So for the first question, which is how do the technologies you integrated into your disciplinary lesson plan enhance teaching approaches for your lesson? So the technologies integrated in my disciplinary lesson plan enhance my teaching approaches for this lesson because the technologies that I picked were designed to enhance student-centered learning. When the students are using the technologies in this plan, they are using YouTube and Padlet. They are using YouTube to watch the two videos, one about storm surge and the other about Hurricane Irma, through virtual reality. Students are watching these videos all on their own, and while they're doing this, they're also using structured notes and using scientific discourse and discussion to talk about the video. Students are also using Padlet to make a digital anchor chart of the two videos all on their own. Students are taking charge of their learning, and this also helps with structured notes, like I said before. And with this, the teacher here is really just walking around, monitoring, observing, listening for conversation, and then also answering any questions students might have. So for question number 2, which is how do the technologies integrated in your disciplinary lesson plan enhance students' learning in your lesson? The technologies that I integrated into my disciplinary lesson plan enhance the students' learning in my lesson because they are able to watch an expert clip video and experience a 360-degree virtual reality video of what it's like to be in Hurricane Irma. Students get a fun, engaging, and interactive experience when watching these videos. They get to learn more about the topic of hurricanes while watching these videos, and students get to feel as if they were really there during Hurricane Irma because they're getting to look around since it's a 360 view. This enhances students' learning because they just get an overall first-hand perspective. Also, using Padlet enhances my students' learning in my lesson because they get to make a digital anchor chart about the two videos. So, not everyone watched the same two videos because there are different expert groups, and then the expert groups met together, and then they went into their home groups to do the Padlet. But this just increases student engagement and thinking, and then students are just in charge of their own learning, and they also get a choice. So for number 3, how confident do you feel about selecting and adapting technologies that enhance the content that you teach? I feel very confident about selecting and adapting technologies that enhance the content that I teach. I am willing to learn new tips and technologies if it helps my students and enhances the content that I will teach. I also feel confident when adapting technologies to enhance the content that I teach because I want to make sure that the technologies I'm using are the best for my students and that they meet their needs, and I'm willing to do anything it takes to accomplish that. The next question is, how confident do you feel about using strategies that combine content, technologies, and teaching approaches in your future classroom? I feel very confident about using strategies that combine both content, technologies, and teaching approaches in my classroom. I think that using all 3 of these components are great and are necessary for teaching students, but also this just shows that I would be becoming and demonstrating that I am a lifelong learner as a teacher. And once I just practice all these a lot, I will feel very comfortable when I'm a future teacher one day. So for the next question, which is, how effectively do you feel that you integrated technology into your disciplinary lesson plan? I feel as if I very effectively integrated technology into my disciplinary lesson plan. I feel this way because I integrated multiple types of technologies, not just one. I feel as if the technologies I integrated were effective in my lesson plan because I had students in the expert groups, and in these expert groups they had to watch one of the videos, and then the other expert groups had to watch the other video, and then the expert groups would come together to participate in scientific discourse and discussion and fill out the structured notes together. So the videos were just a perfect and effective opportunity to do those things. And then also for Padlet, this was just a great tool to use for creating a digital anchor chart. Padlet is set up in a way where you can lay out your posts like graphic organizers and also see other people's posts. So for the next question, which is, do you believe that your chosen digital text and technology tool will enhance students' understandings for your content area, either science or social studies? Explain why. So I said yes, I believe that my chosen digital text and technology tool will enhance my students' understanding of my content area of science. I think this because my 2 digital texts are 2 YouTube videos about the topic of hurricanes. One video is about storm surge, which is an expert clip video, and the other is about seeing Hurricane Irma in 360 virtual reality. And then the storm surge video just gives great visuals and information about storm surge, how it relates to hurricanes, and what it might look like if you were to experience it. So this can just overall help deepen the understanding of science and hurricanes for students. And then for the second video, which is the Hurricane Irma 360 virtual reality video, this enhances the students' understandings of science because they are getting to see what it's actually like to be in the path of a hurricane and how strong and dangerous they can really be. So for the last question, which is, how confident do you feel about teaching lessons that appropriately combine science and or social studies, technologies, and teaching approaches? Explain why. So I feel very confident about teaching lessons that appropriately combine science and or social studies, technologies, and teaching approaches. And I feel this way because after completing this lesson plan and the other lesson plans in this class, and then also just being in class, and I have just seen and learned a lot of different ways you can teach lessons that appropriately combine science and or social studies, technologies, and teaching approaches. So for example, for science, I know that I could feel okay teaching a lesson about hurricanes using expert clips and also virtual reality, while using the teaching approach of using making sure that the work would be student-centered, and then also having the expert in the home groups, and then also participating in scientific discourse with the structured notes. And I also feel okay with knowing that I could use Padlet for students to make digital anchor charts about science topics. Thank you.